Attention all you New Yorkers. Excuse me, taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Sunday, and you know what that means. Here's Dick Morris on 77 WABC.
Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the
Now, welcome back to the Dick Morris and Doug Dipierro
Now
show.
it works.
Sponsored by the Patriot Gold Group.
Oh, I want to say Happy Father's Day to Jack Haney, our friend at Patriot Gold. Listen, we're going to do On the Rocks. Roxana's got something going on with Father's Day. Do you, Rock?
Hi, everybody. Yes, Happy Father's Day. I have a little history about it. Father's Day in the United States began 1909 with a daughter's wish to honor her own father. In 1909, Sonora Smart Dodd of Spokane, Washington, was inspired by the growing recognition of Mother's Day only a few years prior and believed Father's Day deserved appreciation as well. Her own father, William Jackson Dodd, who was a Civil War veteran, single-handedly raised 6 children in the state of Washington after the passing of his wife. From that spark of devotion, it was woven into history, beginning a tireless journey that would actually span decades before becoming law. For those blessed with a loving father or father figure, this day is an anchor, a tribute to the hands that caught us before we fell. For those whose fathers have crossed into memory, today is a sacred space of remembrance. For those who experience an absent or complicated distant father, it's a day of melancholy, of collective yearning. For many, fatherhood is not marked by DNA at all, but by devotion of stepfathers, uncles, mentors, grandfathers, or those who dedicated both roles in parenting, stepping into the breach. Proven a father is anyone who chooses to shield a child, offering a steady presence that let us know we were never walking alone, the first blueprint of strength, safety, and protection. It would take 62 years to become a national holiday. In 1972, Richard Nixon did so while campaigning in his second term. Here's a quote in closing from Billy Graham, something you were speaking a little bit about, Dick. A father, one of the most unsung, unpraised, unnoticed, and yet one of the most valuable assets in our society today, yesterday, and always. So happy Father's Day, and it did go through quite a few presidents, actually 62 years before her campaign of Father's Day became a reality.
Wow,
So thank you.
when was it a reality? 72 was Nixon?
Yeah, Nixon, right?
1972. However, it went through quite a few presidents.
That was so
There
eloquent, Roxanne. I really appreciate that. Very
Happy
moving.
Father's Day.
Thank you
Very
so
moving.
much.
It is, though, the withdrawal of fathers, the absence of fathers that has completely kindled all social problems we have in the United States. The black community and other minorities had hoped that the government could take the place of fathers, but they never did.
Johnson, right?
Yeah, but they never did. And the absence of fathers, the breakdown of the core fundamental family, has been the fundamental social ill in the U.S. And when I worked with Clinton, the big thing we worked on was child support enforcement because that was essential economically. Now, child support enforcement is better, and Trump has now ruled that you can't get a visa unless you're current on your child support.
Good.
Which is a very, very important statement. But it seems to me that we have not dealt with the basic issue, which is the absence of fathers.
How do you deal with that?
3/4 of all minority children are growing up in fatherless homes.
Yeah, but you can't get a guy, hey, go home and watch your kids, or you just had another kid with another woman. You better do, what is he going to do? He's going to go F you.
Yeah, well,
like, how do we can't fix that.
It's got to be a cultural thing.
It's got to be a cultural thing.
Yeah.
Listen, growing up Italian in Yonkers, I remember in the 70s, right? And then I'm driving around 76 or 77. I remember my good friends in my neighborhood. And I was one of the tough guys in the neighborhood, right? You know, people respected me. If I said, don't beat up the dog, you didn't beat up your dog. I took care of you, right? But I used to go to my Italian friends with their gold chains and their wife beater shirts. I go, come on, we're Italian. You look a little stupid over here. Don't do that with the pinky ring. And I used to actually say to you have to police your own. Blacks have to get together in their community and they have to say, hey, buddy, what are you doing? You got a couple of kids with a couple of... I policed mine back then. Everyone's got to police. The Irish should say to yell at their friends about going to the bar and bringing their kids to a bar, and the Italians should yell at their friends. And that's the way. It's the only way it could happen. Yeah. Government, no one else is going to come into a community. It has
to be a social pressure.
Can I interject?
Sure.
Am I still on?
Yes.
To what you just said, Doug, and what you had said, Dick, earlier with Clinton, the child support is one thing, always difficult to carry through. But it is the community, and that's why, if you remember back, maybe it was the 80s, the Big Brother program, where children will gravitate to a neighbor's father, somebody who takes the time to mentor or to guide.
Yes.
That's really what it's about, isn't it?
I remember that. I was asked to do that. I never did it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rock. That was good.
Very good.